Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, emotional, and mental health related paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually multiple times per week. We try to do that for your benefit. We're closing in on 800 options available for your listening pleasure. And if you're looking for coaching in any area from life to relationship to business building or any point in between, habit reconstruction, or anything else that you think may be helpful, I'd be more than happy to be, um, of assistance to you if I can. So please feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that. You can do it through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can do it through this YouTube page in the About Me section. Both will get you in contact with either me or a member of my team, and then we'll go from there. In this particular, um, you know, process, we're going to talk about burnout, and I mean it's definitely something that I think more people than ever before have been dealing with, especially post-pandemic and during the pandemic. So, what are some signs of burnout? Number one is there feels to be or seems to be no end in sight to the things you're dealing with. So you feel like you're kind of in a rat race situation. You get up and do the same things almost on automatic pilot. You are looking at the concept of your life as something that doesn't feel like it's ever going to end. You are mentally and emotionally and physically more tired than you used to be. You are more likely to feel irritable, sad, frustrated, and unrested in just about every way possible. The next is you feel stuck. So when you try to find solutions to whatever challenges are there, be they financial, emotional, mental, spiritual, or any point in between, what you begin to do is you go rapid cycling through options and why none of them will work. This is because your mind can't create new ideas or concepts from a place of fear, and also cannot create new ideas or concepts from a place of stuckness. And if you've been in the same position for multiple months, multiple years, it's very likely that you can't even conceive that there could be other options for you. When other people present them, you automatically shoot them down because you've already been here what seems like thousands of times before. And your idea that you may get to a place of deeper understanding or things getting better feels so lost or foreign to you that it's almost too hard to look at again. I've been here, I know what I'm dealing with, and it's something that will never change, is your default setting. And so even if people are trying to be helpful, you may reject the help without even realizing it. You may go into subconscious defenses because the burnout factor of believing that, things aren't going to change is your default emotional and mental setting. Um, so then you kind of go through some different aspects of that burnout process. The next in the line is you feel you have no support. So the people that are supporting you either aren't there in the way you need them to be there or don't exist at all. Many times people that are close to burnout will push people away without realizing that's what they're doing, in part because if a person is trying to be helpful, yet they always get, rebuffed when they try to be helpful, eventually these people will leave. Furthermore, if you don't have a strong support system in the beginning, whether that be because of family breakdown, whether that be because you've had less than ideal friend structures or romantic relational structures in the past, the ability to find the level of support you need becomes harder and harder. And in reality, at the end of the day, there's a struggle and a structure that doesn't serve you well, in the best interest of everything. So the next thing there is lack of self-belief. Number one, what begins to happen when you're in a situation like this is you begin to see yourself as someone who's already failed for the final time. The awfulization of your circumstance becomes a default setting within your mind. That is to say that you begin to believe that you're the only person that's ever been in this bad situation before. And so when that becomes what you believe, you also then begin to believe that there will not be a solution, and that perhaps you don't deserve the solution even if it were offered to you. This form of self-sabotage then leads you to believe that you aren't worthy, or there's something wrong with you, or you messed up for the final time, or something like that. And you begin to look at things from a different level, where instead of thinking that solutions are possible, you're just trying to get through the moment. The trouble is, getting through the moment is only going to lead to the burnout likelihood continuing and or increasing, because getting through can only be propped up for so long before your body, mind, and spirit feels completely drained of all hope. The next thing is your body gives out. You may experience things like dizziness, migraines, racing pulse, diabetes, um, idiopathic pain that can't be truly understood or defined. You may be struggling in areas as it relates to kind of moving forward and not being able to get where you want to get to. There's a million things that can begin to happen, but the need to look at things from a perspective of hope versus a perspective of negativity becomes necessary. But at the same time, if you don't have the ability to hope, it can feel almost overwhelming to even try again. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.